Ma'am, thank you for speaking to us. Let me ask you first, this has taken a lot of intrigue behind this. We are trying to decode what happened. It seems that the impeachment motion of the opposition MPs was the final trigger in a set of events that eventually led to his resignation. How is the opposition viewing that? Because Mr. Dhankhar, till 6 months back, was the mouthpiece of the government, which the opposition said that was partisan.
Absolutely, he was partisan, and we have no qualms to admit it. I will continue to say it. He was. And I was one of the signatories to that no confidence motion. So yes, when I speak from a position of my party which felt that voices were being silenced, opposition voices were being silenced, and we also had the vice president, who was also the chair, and speak in the most humiliating manner to the LOP. You all have witnessed that several number of times with regards to Mallikarjun Kharge ji, and various other opposition members, whether it was from the Samajwadi Party, Jaya Bachchan ji, whether it was me, whether it was any other member of parliament. There are several videos which would show you that there was a very partisan behavior coming from him. And yes, we had moved the no confidence motion. Of course, it did not find support with the BJP at that point in time. And we were all wanting to know that why this sudden change of heart, that BJP has almost forced his hand to resign, because health was definitely not one of the reasons. When in March he was unwell, I remember as soon as he got out of AIIMS, the first thing he did was to join the parliamentary proceedings. And even yesterday, he was absolutely involved in the day-to-day proceedings of the parliament. And if health would have been a source of concern, he would have stepped down before the monsoon session began. However, the problem now is the disruption that it has caused in the running of the parliament, especially the Rajya Sabha, and the kind of confusion that prevails. So I'm hoping that the government would realize its responsibility, that while he has stepped down, we should fill this gap as soon as possible and not play politics over it.
Now, coming to the reason, behind this exit, which many are calling it the Dhankhar exit, at this moment, can I understand from you, like you were saying that, you were also intrigued with the change of the heart. At one point of time, he was steadfast with the government. In the last few days, there have been all these speculations about him. In fact, not speculations, he's put that out on his personal handle as well, meeting opposition leaders, whether it is the BJD or the Aam Aadmi Party or the Congress or many other political parties. Do you feel that, possibly Mr. Dhankhar was on a course correction when it comes to the opposition point of view?
No, absolutely not. His partisanship also led to creating divisiveness within the India alliance. Like I said, my party has no love lost for a chairman who was behaving in such a manner, which disregarded many political parties and which tried to pamper some particular parties. So trying to create divisions and fissures within opposition. So we have over the years, and I say it, because I have been witness to that, many times faced humiliating words coming from him, humiliating remarks coming from him, also a sense of being, kind of pointed fingers at. Also at times, if you look at my entire parliamentary, 5-year tenure, and by the way, I complete, today was the day when I took oath to office. So I had been a very active parliamentarian as far as 0 hours concerned, where I was raising these concerns. However, that also changed over the period of time. And every time there was any discussion, it used to be told to us that please come to the chamber, have a conversation with him, have a cup of tea with him, and then we will resolve this. So there were many instances where we saw this happen. So I don't see any course correction. I just felt that perhaps the opposition and some political parties gave him the longer rope to try and understand what was happening.
Ma'am, the manner in which this resignation has happened and of course the intrigue around it, do you feel that, because there are a lot of people saying that it almost seemed that the vice president office has been undermined. I mean, politics overtook the office of the vice president during his tenure as well, and also in the way he exited the office.
No, I disagree with the point that Vice President's office has been undermined. Yes, while he was on the chair, there was a feeling of going beyond the brief and being more loyal to the king than the loyalty that they expected from you. However, we need to keep in mind that there are some certain red lines you do not cross, some procedures that you do not cross. Yesterday, what came as a shocker to us, and which we feel that finally the Bharatiya Janata Party realized its mistake of having someone who had a past controversial record as the governor to be put on the chair of the vice president, and have learnt their lessons and are course correcting really.
Priyanka Chaturvedi, thank you so much for speaking to us at this moment.